Okay guys, first video back on YouTube. Let's catch up and just chat about what's been happening in my life. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, well, if you saw the last video I posted on YouTube, it was at the end of December, and it was publicly announcing that Neptune had passed away. I have not posted any YouTube videos since then, I think for kind of obvious reasons. I knew it was gonna be really hard to do exactly what I'm doing. Stand in this room, put up my camera, my light, my mic, and then talk about chameleons. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and Neptune's been there since even before YouTube, from the beginning. I'm actually standing on this side of my reptile room. We'll talk about this in a minute. Neptune's enclosure is directly behind my camera. I have my outro where I talk about Neptune. It's been a big part of my life and his life, and it's just one of those things that takes time. I don't know if I'm quite ready yet. I haven't been totally dark though. Since his passing, I've been posting like daily stories on Instagram, almost daily videos on Instagram. I've been doing TikToks, I've been doing YouTube shorts, but you'll notice all of those videos are either older videos that I'm reposting, which I think can be nice for new followers and such, or they're voiceovers. I haven't done this where I'm in front of the camera and talking to you guys, and it might seem so silly of like, what's the difference? But like, it's a thing. So yeah, I had a lot of people reach out to me of like, take as much time as you need, and like, so appreciate that. I had a lot of people reach out of like, don't feel like you need to post on things, but like, this is my routine, this is my normal, and it'd be weird for me to all of a sudden not post. I'd get done with work and then I'd like be sitting around, and like, it also feels really great knowing that I can continue Neptune's legacy by helping out chameleon keepers and the such. So I just want to say thank you for the support. Thank you for the kind words and condolences. It was overwhelming in the best way possible, the sheer amount of people who had reached out to me saying that they got a chameleon because of Neptune, or the impact that he had in, I know how special he is for me in our relationship, but to know that transcended beyond the reptile room is like amazing. Another thing people have been asking is if I'm going to keep the name and what's going to happen to the channel. So everything will stay Neptune the Chameleon. That's the brand, that's his legacy, that will not be changing. And I do have every intention of continuing to post YouTube videos, content, and Neptune will be popping in as B-roll, you know, footage that I have of him. I have literally thousands of videos and pictures of Neptune, so he will definitely be making appearances, and his legacy will live on, and the Neptune the Chameleon channel, brand, everything else will continue to live on as well. A lot of people have reached out about Neptune's legacy, like with these babies, which has been really cool, so we'll talk about that. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is just kind of like an update video. I do have so many videos I want to make. I want to make a Jackson's care guide video. I want to update a lot of my videos, the lighting videos. I want to make a tutorial video on these setups. I obviously have eggs who could be hatching days, weeks, months from now, kind of to be determined. So yeah, I guess we can start there. So egg update. Since I last posted on YouTube, Venus has laid a third clutch. So females will retain sperm. Neptune and Venus locked one singular time. Since then, she's had 2 fertile clutches. The third clutch, I would say maybe a couple of eggs might be fertile. It's been like a week and a half now since she laid them, and like a lot of them have molded over. So I don't know if any will end up being fertile, maybe a couple. So as of right now, I have 45 really good eggs that are white and growing, that are looking healthy. So I'm planning for 45 eggs, 45 babies. Now, that's not to say they'll all hatch. That's not to say they won't all make it, even after they hatch. So more to come on that. But as of right now, that's how many like good, confident eggs I have. If you are interested in one, because I'm getting more people since I'm posting about the eggs and like all the nano setups and stuff. If you are interested in one, please join the waitlist. It's on my website, neptunelakechameleon.com. There's an application, just high level information. And then once they're actually hatched and like alive and in the world, and I'm confident that they're like healthy and growing strong, then I can start reaching out to people. I won't be selling them till they're probably closer to like at least 3, maybe closer to 4 or 5 months, so I can kind of see their colors coming through, because I do intend on keeping some. I've gotten that question as well. I do plan to keep at least 1, realistically 2, maybe more. I don't know, do I do like 1 from one clutch and 1 from the other, 2 and 2? We'll see. I definitely will keep a few though, for sure. But please apply if you're interested. That's the best way to get on the wait list. Other big updates, I now have a foster chameleon. He's a veil chameleon, sub-adult, guessing around like 9, maybe 10 months old. So a little story time about him is he came from someone my mom knows, who's actually someone local and not through like a formal reptile rescue. They had a bearded dragon, a bunch of other animals, love animals. They got this chameleon from like a chain pet store, had him for a few months and just realized it wasn't a good fit for them. They were wanting a pet that was a little more interactive, that they could handle and hold more often. So they decided chameleon wasn't a good fit for them, but that was after I had like reached out and like given them some advice, because my mom knows I obviously do chameleons, and so we got connected. They decided that it wasn't a good fit, so then I offered to take him in and foster him. I've had him since January, mid-January, give or take. I quarantined him in a separate room, got a fecal test done, came back clean. He's now actually in Neptune's enclosure, so it's no longer an empty enclosure, which is kind of nice, but also is a little weird feelings working through that. He ends up having a fantastic personality and temperament, very food motivated, a little unsure and nervous, to be expected, but I was able to coax him out onto my arm after giving him time to settle in, to be like so clear. That was probably like 3-4 weeks after having him. I was able to kind of like coax him out. I was like, oh, you're gonna be a really good chameleon. Maybe I'll keep you. So I'm undecided. So I'm saying foster. He's not an official member of the crew. I do have a name in my head, but it kind of depends on like what happens with this whole baby situation. If I can manage to have room for him and to keep a couple Neptune Venus babies, that's fantastic. But if I end up wanting more Neptune Venus babies, I just, space, you know? And chameleon enclosures are not small. So he's fantastic. If you follow me on Instagram or watch YouTube shorts or TikTok, I've been posting videos about him. It's been a lot of fun for me. It's my second time fostering a veil chameleon. So if I do decide to open him up for adoption, I'll be sure to publicly post that. Similar to Socks, my other foster, I'll like have an application process and we'll make sure that he finds a good forever home. But for now, he is here. He's a member of the crew. So yeah, that's a big update. Let's talk about these enclosures back here. I just want to say they turned out just like how I wanted. Okay, I'm so proud of these. So like I said, I'm expecting 45 babies. I have 25 enclosures set up so far. I'm hoping to get another batch of 20. These are the Zoomed Nano, they're little Repti Breezes. They have cool galaxy print backgrounds. I do natural branches, paper towel on the bottom, and then fake plants, keeping things very sterile and easy to clean and monitor, because this is my first time doing this. Now, question to you guys. Do you want me to do a tutorial on how I did all of these in like one big video, or would you prefer a series where it's like a bunch of smaller videos of just like building the enclosures and the racks, and then how I did the insides, and then how I did the lighting, and then how I did the misting, and then the food? Like, obviously there's a ton of videos that could come out of this, but as far as a tutorial on how to like set up all of it, I'm thinking just one big video, but obviously it's for your guys' consumption and education and entertainment. So let me know. They're super close to being done. The only thing left I have to do is to install the mister. I had to purchase 45 nozzles and the ultimate misting system, which was expensive. But no one gets into chameleon breeding thinking it's going to be cheap. So, but we've got all the T5 UVBs. Like I said, we'll get into it in a future video, but just like very excited with how these are coming together. And yes, I will be individually raising every single baby, one baby per enclosure. So the other thing I want to talk about is the podcast. So if you guys didn't know, I am a co-host on the Wild Type podcast, which is a girly reptile podcast. And I just wanted to like share my excitement and enthusiasm for that. Despite all of the Neptune stuff and like not posting like long form YouTube videos, I have not missed, and my co-host has not missed a single episode. We have been putting out weekly episodes every single Tuesday. They're on YouTube, Spotify, you name it. And I'm just so proud of what we've been able to accomplish with that. We set out with a goal of just like, let's see what happens. And it's managed to turn into an amazing community. And I know a lot of my YouTube viewers are also podcast listeners. And if you're not already, like, please feel free to check it out. I know it's a girly reptile podcast, but we have like 20% male listeners. So feel free to pop in and say hi. But that's been really nice and honestly a welcome distraction. Building out these enclosures is a welcome distraction, because when it would be like a Tuesday night and I'd be like all sad, I would just like sit in front of my TV and start building these enclosures. I had to build them all by hand. They came in a little box, you know? Same with all the backgrounds. I would go on like TikTok live and like chat with people while I was like installing the backgrounds and then doing the branches and plants and everything. I went on a YouTube live. So like I've been around, just not in a video like this. So proud of the podcast. And the last thing I want to touch on is I will be at a couple expos in March. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm going to be at NRBC Tinley Park. That's in the Chicago area. That's going to be March 15th, 16th. Yeah, 15th, 16th. I'll be there. I'm helping set up the Pangea booth. I'll be walking around, but I will be at the Pangea Reptile booth from 11 to 11:30 and then 2 to 2:30 on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'll be at the Pangea booth from 1 to 1:30. I'll also be posting this on my Instagram and stuff like that. So if the times do change for whatever reason, I'll post updates there. But that way, if you guys want to meet up with me, you have set time, because what ends up happening is I'll be like hanging out on this end of the expo, and then one of you will be over on this end, and then you'll DM me after and be like, oh my gosh, I didn't get a chance to meet you. So we were there at the same time. We were just missing each other on opposite ends. So this way, it's like set time in a set place. So if you want to come say hi, please do. I will have Neptune the Chameleon stickers. I will have the Wild Type podcast stickers. We'll probably be selling podcast merch as well. So please come say hi. And if you do see me just zigzagging around, like, say hi. That's the whole point, is I love coming and meeting you guys. So I'll be there. And then I'll also be at NRBC Dallas. That's going to be the last weekend of March, whatever the dates are for that last weekend. And I will actually have a booth. I'll be vending as the Wild Type podcast. Myself and my co-host and our helpers will be there. We will for sure have podcast merch. We'll be recording an episode at some point, I think on Sunday. And so we'll have a whole booth. So if you want to come see me there, just come to my booth. I will probably be spending 90% of my time at that booth. So just wanted to give a little plug for those. But yeah, life is crazy. Question people are going to ask me is like, when are the eggs going to hatch? Incubation time for a panther chameleon is typically 6 to 9 months. March puts me at 6 months. So that now opens up the window if they could be hatching any day now. But it could be March, April, May, June. That would be 9 months. Could be July, could be August. There's some people's eggs hatch in 10 months, 12 months, longer than that. So it's unfortunate that it's not like a shorter, smaller window, but don't worry, I'll be posting. If you want more frequent updates, be sure to follow me on Instagram, because that's really where I post like real-time updates and stuff like that. So there you guys have it. Leave any questions in the comment area down below. I'll get back to those as soon as I can. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. This is where it's gonna get weird, because usually in my outro I say give me a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe, you know, so you know when I post a new video. And then I say you can follow Neptune and all my chameleons on social media. I don't have Neptune, so maybe we just say you can follow my chameleons on social media. Yeah. Not that Neptune's not still there, you know, he'll still be in videos and stuff, just, you know, it's weird. So, okay, let's try the outro. You guys let me know how this sounds. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me questions or comments down below. Feel free to subscribe so you know I post a new video. You can follow me and all my chameleons on social media at Neptune the Chameleon. Please check out my website, we'll just keep going. NeptuneTheChameleon.com. Always have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Chameleon from like oh, Pluto's mister is going off.